Hi, Greg Griffiths here from Ivanhoe Cycles, and this is the 2018 Giant Cross City 2, a flat bar men's road bike. Flat bar indicating that it has the straighter handlebars rather than the drop down style of a traditional racer, but still a bike that's aimed at road riders, so can be ridden on bike paths and stuff like that, but essentially it's designed to be ridden on the road. It does have a tyre that makes it suitable for those, let's say, gentle off-road conditions, but without suspension forks and the other shock absorbing capacities, it's best on road. This bike has an aluminium frame with an aluminium front fork, so the overall weight of the bike is quite acceptable. Being a Giant, it has that lifetime guarantee that's become famous, and it has all the regular fittings that a bike like this would be expected to have, plus a couple of extras. Initially it has bottle cage mounts for two bottle cages. Also has pannier rack mounts on the rear, but in addition it has pannier rack mounts on the front. So if this bike was used as a touring bike, it could be loaded at both front and back and distribute the weight a bit more evenly. So that's a nice feature of this bike. Also it has internal cable rating, so the cables come to this point and go inside the frame, so everything's neat. There's no cables to snag on anything or to be affected by weather. So internal cable rating is another nice feature. The bike has 24-speed gears, so we have 3 cogs at the front, 8 at the rear, Shimano Altus rear derailleur, and the regular Shimano rapid fire gear shifter with a gear indicator, so it tells you what gear that you're in. So if you're a bit inexperienced and prefer to go by numbers rather than by how your legs feel, you can just see what gear you're in and easily know whether you to click up or down. So that's a nice feature. The bike itself or the frame itself has a lifetime guarantee. The other components 2-year guarantee, and Ivanhoe Cycles provide 1 year of free servicing. So it's well supported by everyone involved in the manufacture and sale of the bike. So with some care from the rider, the bike could be expected to last quite a long time. The wheels have quick release hubs, stainless steel spokes, and alloy rims with machine braking surfaces. So the braking is quite smooth and consistent because the two edges of the rim are both parallel with each other, so there's good braking on this bike. Same for the rear wheel, of course. This bike also has a seal bearing bottom bracket and seal bearing headsets, so they're virtually maintenance free, so it means the bike will last a bit longer without having to spend too much money on interval servicing. But sometimes water and grit gets in, so often it's just a matter of having the bottom bracket or the headset removed, cleaned, re-greased, put back in, so without actually having to replace anything. So in the long term, better and perhaps more economical system than the previous systems. So overall, a nice bike, could be used as a touring bike with those rack mounting capabilities, but more commonly we find these bikes are used as commuters into and out of the city. People just simply put a rack on the back, load their briefcase or their bag of clothing or their school books on the back, and it's used as a vehicle to get from A to B. So a nice bike, one of the range of cross-city bikes from Giant. There's other bikes in the range, the Roams with suspension forks, so this is a cross-city, and there's also the female equivalent, the Elite. So there's male and female in exactly the same style of bike, but with different dimensions and different comfort features such as saddles and grips for the ladies. So if you're in the market for a bike that's quite versatile in an on-road sense rather than being a hybrid where it's more heading towards off-road, but this is a road bike that could be used on the paths if you needed, whereas a hybrid is more a bike is made for the paths but can be used on-road if you want. So a little bit different there, but both very versatile bikes. Looks great. If you're interested in something like that, drop in.